This graphic breaks down the exact stakes of the 2026 TCS NQT exam. You face a single 190-minute test, and your final score dictates which of these three salary tiers you secure, ranging from the baseline 3.36 lakhs up to a 12 lakh Prime package. The exam forces you through a strict pipeline. Part A is the foundation section, testing basic math and verbal logic. Part B is the advanced section, putting you up against complex reasoning and 2 high-stakes coding questions. Clearing that advanced section requires a specific approach. You cannot rely on raw memorization. The TCS Ion compiler and the technical interviewers deploy specific traps designed to break your code and expose gaps in your logic. To secure those digital or Prime offers, we have to reverse engineer those traps and adopt the interviewer's mindset. The traps start early in the aptitude section. The physics and math problems look simple on the surface, but they use formatting variations to filter out fast, careless test takers. A 100-meter train crosses a fixed point in 10 seconds. Distance divided by time gives 10 meters per second, but options are in kilometers per hour. If you forget to multiply by 18/5, you will select the wrong answer despite perfect core math. Comparing two array solutions, the left's built-in sort forces an O of n log n time complexity. The right single-pass loop runs in O of n time. Under massive datasets in hidden test cases, the left times out, while the single-pass loop clears constraints. Time complexity matters. But how do you stop the compiler from crashing when it injects invisible trailing spaces? The safest defense is adding .strip to your input reads. This actively deletes hidden whitespace before it breaks your logic. Securing a high score means writing logic that runs fast and actively defends against hostile input formats. Once you clear the code, you face the technical interview. Candidates instantly fail here by reciting dry textbook definitions instead of proving they understand the concepts. This diagram shows a practical example of encapsulation. The private bank balance is locked inside the vault, hidden from direct access. You can only interact with it through the public tellers, which represent controlled methods. Interviewers will test this conceptual depth across different languages. In Python, they want to know if you understand that lists are immutable and can be changed in memory, while tuples are permanently locked once created. For data structures, they will ask you to compare mechanical efficiency. Inserting a new element at the very beginning of a linked list takes constant O of 1 time. Doing the exact same operation in a standard array requires shifting every single element over. This poorly structured database is filled with duplicate entries. Interviewers focus on normalization to fix this. Normalization shatters that single block into smaller, related tables, removing redundant data to protect the integrity of the entire system. They will also test your grasp of ACID properties. If a system crashes halfway through a money transfer, the atomicity rule ensures the entire transaction rolls back to its original state, so money doesn't simply vanish. The questions cover theory, but the interviewer is checking if you can map abstract software architecture to physical, real-world limitations. Let's apply all this to the actual exam day. You have 10 minutes left, your second code is throwing an error, and the strict AI proctor is tracking your eye movements. Your priority is locking in the easier code perfectly. For the harder question, implement a brute force solution. Passing 5 out of 14 hidden test cases grants partial credit and keeps you in the running for a digital interview. You must do this under strict physical constraints. Physical scratch paper is banned for the 2026 exams. You have to use the on-screen digital pad, and looking down at your desk will trigger an immediate AI warning. If you make it to the HR round, frame your answers using the STAR method. Describe the situation, your task, the action you took, and the clear result to demonstrate behavioral stability under pressure. This cheat sheet breaks down your survival rules. Prioritize linear time over sorting, sanitize your inputs with .strip, and structure your HR responses with the STAR framework. Cracking the digital and Prime tiers is a game of outsmarting the test's constraints. Drop your interview date in the comments below and subscribe for more deep dives.